A mess does not always equate to dysfunction. A mess does not always mean that something is wrong. A mess could simply mean that there is work being done. There's a work in progress. This morning I was processing with my friend, and she and I were talking about how we operate in dysfunction, and that when there is a mess, we have a tendency to clean up. We have a tendency of wanting everything to be put back in its rightful order. And so I was talking to her about the importance of how we process our thoughts and process our understanding about what it is that our eyes are seeing. We as people can be so quick to judge a situation or judge a person based on what our eyes see, but we have no idea of the work that is that's being done in progress, right? So sometimes we can speak curses over people because of what we see with our natural eyes. Sometimes we can come on. Sometimes we can talk about somebody and we can say things that shouldn't be said. As a person has decided, I'm gonna follow Jesus. I'm gonna do the right thing. But they are a work in progress. When God does a work on the inside of a person, He doesn't change them all at one time. There are some people that have I've seen with my own eyes a Saul Paul experience. But at the end of the day, the reality is this: there's still work that has to be done. There's still issues in that person's heart that they have to deal with. So we can't write people off and be like, you're not no Christian because you do this and you say this. We are a work in progress, each and every last one of us. We have to stop feeling like and believing that people are supposed to be perfect because they say that they're Christian or that they've come in to receive salvation. Salvation requires discipleship. That means that someone has to walk alongside of you and teach you and show you what right looks like. And when we think about children only execute what they see being done around them. They do what they see. So if people around these children of God say that they are Christians and they are still drinking and still smoking and still fornicating and committing adultery and they're doing things they shouldn't be doing, then people that have come to salvation will automatically assume that this must be the way. So we as believers in Christ Jesus are responsible for getting our lives in right standing with God. We are responsible for having an intimate relationship with God to learn what right looks like so we can teach others around us what right looks like. We have to first be discipled. We have to first have a relationship with God. We have to first relationship with God in Christ Jesus. We have to first be willing to surrender our hearts and surrender our lives and allow God to do the work on the inside of us and process us. Somebody has to go first. Somebody has to be willing to do what God tells them to do and surrender their wills and desires and execute the plans of God. Somebody has to do it. Is that you? Are you willing to do it? Are you willing to be the example for your family, for your friends, for your children, for your loved ones, for those ones who are thinking, I think I want to be a Christian, but I'm not sure because everyone looks alike. Are you willing to live your life in a position, in a way that is set apart, that is pleasing unto God? Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to do that? Somebody has to be willing to go first. Is it going to be you? Are you going to go first? Are you going to be the example that God is looking for within the earth? When his eyes roam to and from the earth, to find out who he can show himself strong for. Is it going to be you? So you can open your mouth and declare the goodness of God. To testify how good God is, how great God is. Is it going to be you? Is it going to be you today? I want to encourage you to not be afraid to render your heart and your life to God for the sake of what will other people think of me. Don't worry about their thoughts. People are going to always have something to say. People are going to always have something to think. When we do what we do it unto God. We do it to please God. Our question should be, Lord, are you pleased? Are you pleased with me? When you look upon me, are you pleased? Are you pleased? To God be the glory. I'm Rachel Renee, the Equipper. You ain't no mess. You're a work in progress. Be blessed.